Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, it's up for several Oscars, but is Steven Spielberg's The Fable Men worth it? I'll have my review. Then, forget the best, what are the worst movie sequels of all time? We'll share the list and obviously debate it. And they became TikTok superstars with their complete lack of knowledge of sports teams. Get ready to laugh. They're live in our studio. The Jason Show starts right now. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
It's a brand new week. We are ready. Half the day. Let's make it a good day. Welcome to the Jason Show. Full crowd today before Snowmageddon comes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Keep that love going. Say hi to my sidekick sister, Kendall Mark. How are you?
I'm great. This is like
Really great for a Monday.
Yeah.
We'll take a full house on a Monday. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look, everybody is here today because nobody's going anywhere for the rest of the week. Let's just be honest.
Nope.
It's not even a joke. And this fits in perfectly because I wanted to start the show once again saying thank you. Look, Lord knows we're based here in the Twin Cities. We love Minnesota. We love Wisconsin. They're in Iowa. They've been with us since the beginning. But, you know, we all have a little special place in our heart for our friends in Washington, in the Seattle-Tacoma area, because when the Jason Show expanded and we went there, everyone was kind of like, oh, are they going to like us? Mm-hmm. And as Sally Field said, they like us. Yeah, we do really well in Seattle. So the Seattle boss, they like us so much that we're doing so well in the ratings, they wanted to move us. So today, starting right now, we are at a new time in Seattle, noon, on Fox 13 Plus. So hello, so noon. Spread the word, call your aunties, tell them where we are. So there we go.
New lunch.
And speaking of that, now, and then let me speak to our Seattle friends. If the audience and Kendall and I, if we look a little scared, it's because today is the last day before Snowmageddon comes. And because you've seen, I know.
And it already snowed a little.
It's already snowed a little bit.
Yeah.
And now they're forecasting, and I trust, what were they saying now, up to maybe 21 inches? 21? I don't know. I'm looking at Jeff like he's a weatherman. I don't know why I'm looking at executive producer Jeff. But you were with the weather folks all day today.
Oh, don't put this on me.
Don't you listen to them when they're...
Well, yeah, no, when Cody talks, I listen.
He's a meteorologist for everyone.
Yeah, sorry. He said around, I think, 5 to 6 inches tomorrow, and then the next day is like 8 to 12. He's going to run in here and yell.
Okay, yeah, he's...
I'm not supposed to.
So, you know, here's what we're going to do. The entire Aaron, Jeff, well, Jeff lives down the road, but Schwabi, photographer Eric, me, Leo, Kendall, we're all getting a hotel and we're having a giant slumber party on Wednesday.
Are
That's
we?
right, yes. Right across. Aaron's like, I am? Yeah, because there's a hotel right across from us.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to make sure we're here.
Do they have free breakfast?
Is there what?
Is there a pool?
There's a pool. There's an indoor pool. We're doing it, yeah.
Okay, I mean, I guess, sure.
Is there a bar too? Here's what we're gonna do. Audience, here's what we're gonna do. If you all, because this audience I can tell is already good, if you all want to stay through Thursday, we'll get you hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got word. Our boss, Mem, approved that money. Oh, yeah, we just got approval, yeah.
She's here?
She approved it.
On a holiday? She's here?
I just got the approval from the earpiece I'm not wearing.
Not wearing.
Yeah, I just heard about it.
Just heard.
Yeah.
Like an angel.
Anyway, I'm excited. I'm going to make the most of this. I'm not going to worry.
You're excited?
I am, because all I'm worried about is my mom. My poor mom, really quick. You all know, if you watched for a while, my poor mother, she should kill me because she dealt with like 18 hurricanes. She lived in Louisiana, so then I moved her up here, you know? And then the minute she moved here, we get like the biggest storm ever. So I know, but anyway, Dar, I love you. Let's get started. Time for the hot dish. Activate it, Leo. My mom won't be going anywhere until June.
No.
Yeah. American Idol returned last night for its 21st season. And yeah, I know. Oof, that makes me feel really old. Anyway, and by the way, this is the 6th year on ABC, because remember, it used to be here on Fox. Anyway, with that, the Platinum Ticket is back for a 2nd season. Did you know what that was?
Not until today.
I didn't know either. So what it does is it gives one lucky performer from each audition city a pass-through from the pass through the first round of Hollywood Week.
Nice.
So it's, you don't even just get to Hollywood Week, you go a little farther. The judges saved that honor for a 17-year-old from British Columbia. Look.
It comes down to reality and it's fine with me, 'cause I let it slide. And I don't care if it's Chinatown or Riverside.
Yep.
I don't have any reason, 'cause I've left them all behind. 'Cause I'm in a New York state of mind.
Oh my God, man.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. I like the set. I always look at the set. So that's Tyson singing Billy Joel's New York State of Mind. You always got to ask yourself, and we were kind of talking about it as the clip was rolling, would you pay to go see his show? You know, that's what you have to ask yourself when you're watching shows like Idol. Would you pay to go see his show?
Well, I think you need to hear more from him.
Yeah, like
other
what
than
else does he do?
one thing, you know, but he has an excellent voice. I think it's all going to come down to, does he have the personality? That's what it always comes down to with these people.
Aaron Schwab, who's our Bette Midler of the Twin Cities, she said for a 17-year-old, he has good voice control. Now,
He's excellent.
I
yeah.
act like what? Good, yeah, I'm going to act like I know what that means, but I mean, it's, you know.
You can hear it. You can hear it.
He has control of his voice. There we go. Idol, by the way, if you would like. Wow. I know.
It's really
I'm real
spelled it out
smart
for
today.
everybody.
Yeah. Idol airs on Sunday nights over there on the Alphabet Network. Next in the dish, Pink has been through a lot of music videos in her day, and she was just asked to rank her least favorite music videos. Coming in last place, this classic.
Always back home doing 9 to 5. Living the crazy life. But when he turns off the sleep, memories creep. Kitty, yeah, yeah, da, 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 da. Kitty, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the deal. Some of you might be surprised that this was in it, that it was the worst for her, but listen to this. That's Lady Marmalade from 2001 from Moulin Rouge. That video featured Pink, Maya, Lil' Kim, and Christina Aguilera. So here's the skinny, here's the deets. Pink says some of the women were nice, like Maya and Lil' Kim. And so you know who's left. Anyway. I mean, do the math, we can figure it out. Pink and Christina feuded over who got to sing what part in that song. And their rift spilling into a club where Pink said Christina took a swing at her. Now, Aguilera has always denied this. Pink says the two have made up since then. And by the way, that song won a Grammy for Best Pop Collaboration, and it's still, of that era, one of the best songs. One of the, now, and we also have to acknowledge for the kiddos out there, that was a Patti LaBelle song. That was, I mean, before it was, yeah, Patti did it first.
Is anyone surprised though that Christina was a diva about the whole thing?
Especially back then. I think she would even admit she thought very highly of herself.
Right.
She should have. She was on top of the world at that point.
Uh-huh.
Such a good song, though. Next in the dish, fans of Law & Order are remembering a series mainstay. Richard Belzer, who played investigator John Munch for 23 years, passed away. He first appeared in the original Law & Order and then moved over to the huge Special Victims Unit, SVU, where he appeared as a regular in 325 episodes. Richard retired in 2016. He was 78 years old. Co-star, a lot of his co-stars tweeted yesterday, but Ice-T tweeted, "I'll miss you, homie." And my favorite thing, because I've said a cuss word or two in my life.
What?
Yeah. I'm not going to say the words,
Prepare
Jeff.
the fainting couch.
Jeff is like this. Don't say the words. Yeah.
Sweating.
Anyway, you gotta love the guy because according to his friend, Richard Bill Sheft, who was a friend and a longtime writer on Letterman, his last words were cuss words. He was like, peace out. Yeah. I won't say those words, but I'll tell you during the commercial break. Anyway. We have much more to come. Don't forget, sign up to be a part of our studio audience. We make it really easy now. Head to our Facebook page and click the link at the top of the page. Or, this is even easier, go to eventbrite.com and search The Jason Show. They also have an app. You're in by 9:30 and you're out by 11:15. And don't forget, only pick a day where you can actually show up like these people. As we go to break, audience selfies from last week. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everyone. Well, welcome back. Following 3 months off, John Oliver was back last night on HBO, and he celebrated the retirement of Washington local reporter Pat Collins. That, friends, is our late night rewind.
And now, a retirement tribute to NBC4 Washington's beat poet, Pat Collins.
That bittersweet goodbye for our News 4 family. After 50 years in journalism, our friend and colleague, Pat Collins, is retiring.
JP's, a gentleman's club in Glover Park. Tonight, no gentlemen. Tonight, no ladies. Tonight, just a lot of nothing. And then, not long after the takeoff of that United 767 plane, a passenger leans back in his seat into the lap of another passenger. There's a fight, and the pilot decides to turn the plane around. They scrambled 2 F-16 fighter jets from Andrews, and they flew above the United plane, escorting it back as it landed here in Dulles, because you never can be too sure.
Every reporter should do that. And see, that's the type of live report we like. Yeah, that's great. Congratulations. It's time for a special serving of our hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Give it up for Brad from TMZ. Hi, Brad.
Morning, Jason. Morning, everybody.
Let's start off. This was all over the place. Don Lemon and a lot. He's taking the day off today, right, Brad?
Well, he's off today. I don't know if he made that choice or not, Jason, but he's not on the air on CNN. And look, this thing has gotten messy. It was last week when he made some comments about Nikki Haley, saying at her age, in her 50s, she's not necessarily in her prime anymore. But that wasn't the only thing. I mean, there have been a lot of instances where he's essentially become what some at the network are calling a distraction. And I think that there was a tipping point with that comment last week about Nikki, and that's the reason why they've decided not to have him on the air this morning. Now, they briefly addressed his absence this morning, where they kind of tucked it away in other major headlines. They were kind of running through their list and said, and Don's off today. And they really haven't said if he's going to be back, when he's going to be back. And you have to imagine this could be kind of some starting signs of a bigger move by CNN, including Don Lemon.
Yeah, a couple things. First, Don, you're wrong. Women are just getting started at 50, so sit down about that. Number two, and Brad, you know this, number two, especially morning shows, it's all about chemistry. The big problem with that show is those three people look like they don't even like each other.
Well, that's the huge issue, and of course it's about chemistry, and we've seen this continue to happen. This is not just a one-off. So without that chemistry, and you're kind of isolating your audience if you can't bring them in to kind of feel like they're part of the crew as well.
Absolutely. Next up, Megan Fox is clearing the air about her relationship drama with Shotgun Kelly. What's she saying?
Yeah, I mean, this, I like the nickname there, but look, there's been a lot of speculation as to why Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox have called it quits. We saw them together just before the Grammys. They appeared to be okay. And then she unfollowed him on Instagram. She deleted photos of him and then deleted her account altogether. She hopped on social media over the weekend and said, look, there was not a third party involved in this relationship that split us. There was no DMs. There was no AI. There was no robot interference. So she's shooting down those cheating rumors, but it remains to be seen what caused the split, because these two were engaged. They seem to be inseparable.
Yeah, because I'm sure you noticed, and I noticed this, she denied cheating and a third party and R2D2 and whatever, but she didn't deny that there were problems. You know what I mean? It was very carefully worded.
Very carefully worded, and look, obviously there was something that happened, and it seems to have been very sudden, but maybe we'll wait for the tell-all book.
Absolutely. Have a good week, my friend. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
More on these stories at TMZ.com. Check your local listings. Kendall only cares about one aspect, because the truth of the matter is these two are getting to be like the Kardashians for me. I couldn't give a rat's rear about either of them. I really couldn't. But there's an aspect that you do care about.
I do care. I want to know how her ring finger is doing, because if you guys remember when they got engaged, the big thing was that it had like wires in her wedding ring. So if it took it off, it would actually be painful to take off her ring.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So we'll just see how that finger's doing, girl.
You know how you get rid? Just cut. Take it to a locksmith and just cut that right off.
Oh, cut the ring off.
The ring off.
Not the finger.
Yeah.
Whew, okay.
What did you think?
I don't know. I was like, cut her finger off.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's dramatic.
Next in the dish, over the weekend, I saw a movie that's getting a lot of Oscar buzz, The Fable Men. So The Fable Men is a semi-autobiographical film about Steven Spielberg. Before I talk about it, here's a little clip.
Movies are dreams that you never forget. Sammy?
The lights change how everything looks. It's hard to find our house.
Ours is the dark house with no lights.
In this family, it's the scientists versus the artists. Sammy's on my team, takes after me.
What kind of movie are we gonna make?
So, I don't like giving this review, but I love Spielberg. I'm an 80s kid, as you guys know. E.T. is my favorite movie. So it really gives me no pleasure to say that I did not like this. I didn't love this. My problem was, and I wanted to, I went into it, as I'm watching the trailer is more magical than the movie itself. I love a great coming-of-age story. I love Spielberg's imagery, but the movie just seemed very fragmented. It kind of didn't know what it wanted to be. We follow Steven, young Steven, who, let me say, the best positive, Gabriel LaBelle, who plays the teenage Steven, is amazing. He rises, and Michelle Williams as mom, rises above the problems with the movie as a whole. It just was very disconnected. And for a movie about a young kid that wants to be a director, you know, I was a kid that wanted to do TV. I should be the prime person to wrap my heart around this. I just didn't feel a connection. And I think it's because the movie tried to be a few things. And it kind of had a split personality. And I just was like, okay, is this about the mom? Or is this about Steven? And it just tried to do, I think, too many things at once. And in the process, lost a magical story about the importance of film. And yeah, I don't know. Now, here's the last positive. The very last scene in the movie is worth renting it for $6. And
Just
it's a
for
true
one
story.
scene?
Oh, seriously, because just hang with me real quick. And Steven did an interview and he said this happened, because, you know, this is loosely based on Steven's life and Steven's parents. But Steven, when he just started off in his early 20s, he was working, I think, on a TV show like Hogan's Heroes or something. And he got the opportunity to meet legendary film director John Ford, who did a lot of Westerns in the 50s and 60s. Anyway, and Mr. Ford at this point was old and gruff and smoked a cigar. In the movie, John Ford is played by David Lynch, who invented Twin Peaks, and it is the fun. I laughed out loud for 6 solid minutes, and it's actually the scene that closes the movie. And then that brings me to my last, The movie closes, and I looked at Colin, we both kind of said, where the movie closes is where I would have actually liked to have seen the movie start. Right when Steven begins
his career.
But that's not the movie they wanted to make. I give it, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, I give it like a C-.
Ooh.
And it's, I know. And
sounds slow.
It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. And
nope, I'm out.
I know, you would hate it. Next to the dish, the suits in Hollywood know how to capitalize on a film's success, making a sequel. Was something that Mr. Spielberg has resisted on several films. Sometimes it works out well, but sometimes when you make too many, it can be a disaster. You know we love a good list here on the show, so here's another one. A list from the blog Mental Floss. I like these people. I do like Mental Floss. Listed the 25 worst sequels of all time. And I bet you probably didn't even know some of these sequels even existed. First up, a sequel to Steven Spielberg's smash hit Jaws. Not Jaws 2, not even 3 at SeaWorld in 3D. Jaws: The Revenge came out in '87. It was the 4th film in the franchise. Steven was not involved in the film, and it showed. It was universally panned by critics and holds a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. 0. This plot, y'all, I watched this monstrosity. It is literally about a shark that is seeking revenge. Like the shark, like right there he is. He's seeking out the family from the first movie. He knows, he's like looking for Lorraine. Like, you know, it's like, Lorraine's in Boca, I'm gonna go to Boca, and he, you know what I mean? I am not kidding.
Y'all made some weird
The
movies.
shark knows where Lorraine is. Next up, Police Academy 4, 5, 6, and 7, with the last one scoring a measly $125,000 at the box office. That's not a lot, people, but all 4 of those films scored 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Next up, a movie starring one of our favorites, Sandra Bullock. Speed 1 was great. Speed 2 was like a wreck.
Yeah.
Sandra goes on a vacation to the Caribbean when her cruise ship is hijacked by a villain played by William Dafoe. It scored a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes. It quite literally is one of the worst movies ever made.
It's pretty bad.
Finally, the sequel to a comedy classic that just didn't do it for folks. Caddyshack 2. Critics gave it 4% on Rotten Tomatoes and say the movie is handicapped by a family-friendly PG rating. And even an all-star cast couldn't save it. Yeah, hi, don't be a prude. If you're gonna do another Caddyshack, you can't do it PG. You gotta do it in R. I mean, you know, anyway. We're gonna take a break. The rest of this show is gonna be PG when we return. Back after this. Well, wait, maybe not. Coming up in just a little bit, these are my type of TikTokers.
Texas Cubs or Cobblers.
Meet the couple who blew up on TikTok based solely on their hysterical lack of sports knowledge. And we are dusting off the Jason Show mailbag. That and more when we return. This is going to be fun. Welcome back, y'all. I'm going to clean my glasses. Well, I said it a while ago. I have traits that if you watch the show with any regularity, you know by now. You know that I'm not the sporty spice type of guy. When I was a kid, or even now, thank you, Aaron, I'd rather watch reruns of Dallas or Knots Landing than see the actual Dallas Cowboys play. And I'm not alone. One couple hit it really big on TikTok thanks to their series, Asking My Non-Sporty Boyfriend Sports Team Names. Look at this.
New York Sox. Oh my goodness gracious. San Francisco Padres. Oh my god, I'm sucking at baseball. Texas Cubs or Cobblers.
The Texas Cub Cobblers. That was one of the first videos they shared on TikTok less than a month ago, and since then, listen to this, it's been watched by more than 6 million times, and the guys behind it are getting attention from sports teams around the country. Audience, give it up for Ezekiel and Isaiah, everyone. Okay. Let me start with this. Have you heard from the twins?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did they say?
Well, you know they switched their bio in TikTok to it's cobbler or it's Cub Cobbler territory.
Did they?
Yeah.
So on the Twitter bio it says the Cub Cobbler territory.
On the TikTok bio. Yeah.
Oh, on TikTok instead of Oh, here it is right here. No. Okay, I love you, twinnies. Everybody in the marketing department, way to go. Yeah. Okay. Now, I can kind of figure out how this started, but how did this start?
Well, I saw a TikTok video of a dad asking his toddler like the name teams. I'm like, well, Izzy doesn't know anything about sports, so let me ask Izzy. And so we did a basketball one, and it was pretty funny. It didn't like really pop off or anything. Yeah. But then when we did the baseball one, I was like, oh my gosh, this is funny.
You are funny.
I never thought that my lack of sport knowledge would go so big.
It did. Because let's be clear, like, you know, a lot of stuff on social is fake, and this can I call you Izzy? I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is real, right? Because you and I are the same person. So this is, you're not faking it for the camera.
At points, I literally even told Dick at times, I'm like, maybe I should study up on some sports teams, so it don't look so bad. And he's like, no, don't.
No.
Don't do that.
No. Don't do that. Okay, so since then, you said it, kinda. So it hit big, and again, it's only been a month. Were you surprised? Because you never know what will go viral and why.
Yeah, and we're pretty surprised.
Yeah.
Just because like our content's very much like couple content, and this was something very outside of what we usually make, and so.
How did you know? I always like this because was there a moment where you at Target, where you were you with your parent? When did you know, like you saw the numbers coming in? Do you remember?
We were just like honestly sitting on the couch.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours after we posted it, and it hit like 200, 300,000. We're like, what the?
Within 2 hours?
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was impressive.
Anytime we post one, anytime
we post really impressive.
I was impressed with myself.
You are really good.
It's
also high pressure because he's sitting there. I'm sitting next to him. I'm like, hurry up. Gets already.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people think
he put you to work after that.
He did. Yeah. It was like really scary too because like I'm sitting there at our little bench, and he's like over my shoulder. He's like, "Come on, you have to guess." I'm like, Cobblers, Texas." It's scary.
We gotta strike while the iron's hot.
Let's go.
Well, speaking of that, Okay, if you guys have noticed, I'm sure you have watching at home. You guys are selling merch now. I love that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, we brought you a shirt.
Yes!
It's so cute!
The Texas Cub Cobblers. I'm not I am gonna wear this to the home opener this year. I am wearing this to. Okay, so you've done. Okay, so you did what sport? Oh, baseball. See, I am proving that you and I.
Something.
Have you done other sports?
Hockey, NCAA.
Yeah.
Something like that. NCAA, basketball, hockey, something.
NFL.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Is there one that you're the worst? Like, are you really bad at one?
Oh, honestly, I don't know.
Hockey.
Yeah, hockey is pretty bad.
But does anybody know hockey?
No, I don't. I know the Wild. I know the Mighty Ducks only because of Disney, and that's about it. What, Kendall? I don't know. I don't know. I know Anna
like that.
I don't mind her. She's fine. That's fine. She's sporty. We are not. Yeah. Okay, they're sticking around. After the break, we have a test. Be sure to follow them on TikTok, everyone. Search for Zeke. And how do you say that? What is that in the prompter?
C-Slack.
C-Slack. Okay, I thought Ted got really anyway, that's a beautiful name. There's also a link to buy their Texas Cub Cobbler merch. Get it right now. We'll be right back with a test after this. It's a beautiful name. Okay. With our new friends, Zeke and Isaiah, who gained a big following on TikTok. With Isaiah guessing sports team names. So we want to put Isaiah to the test ourselves. Yeah. Leo, roll it. It's game time. Here we go. So here's the deal. The esteemed Jason Show research team came up with a series of college mascots. And
oh, goodness gracious.
And Isaiah has to guess what they are, okay?
Okay.
So you can look at any of the monitors right there. So here we go. We can put them up there too. Yeah, anyway. Okay, here's the first one. Leo, go ahead and put it up. What is that?
Williams Field Lincolns?
Williams Field Lincolns is not right. That is the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
That doesn't look like a demon.
That does not look like a demon. That does not. Or President Lincoln. I just want to be, yeah. Okay, Leo, put up the next one.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Leo, let's take that one full so we can get a good view if we can. Okay. Izzy, which one is that?
So I'm scared to say Texas, because every time I see T, I always say Texas. Texas City University? And...
What's the mascot?
A horned frog?
Yes!
Really? Yes!
Yes! TCU frog!
I was like, something like a horned rat.
Give him a car or something!
Texas Christian, but...
Okay, here we go,
Okay,
yeah. Okay, here's the next one.
Why do they all have just letters? Oh, I can't. Iowa University.
You're close. This is where I'm from. This is Indiana University.
Okay.
That's right. The Hoosiers.
The who?
I know, we don't know what a Hoosier is either. Don't worry about it. Okay, Leo, the next one.
Scottsdale. And a Christmas tree. It looks like a tree.
It is not the Scottsdale Christmas trees. That is the Stanford Cardinal. And a cardinal is a tree, not a bird on this one.
Oh,
yeah.
You got me there.
I know. Okay, Leo, next one. We'll take that full.
I want to say Iowa or Ohio or something has corn or haystacks. And I'm gonna say the hay balers. It's a strong guess.
It is the Wichita State Shockers.
They shocked me, that's for sure.
Okay. Leo, let's see this one. Let's go ahead and take this one full.
Ooh. I'm gonna say, I see Tulane, so we're gonna say Tulane, and it kind of looks like a towel. But I'm gonna make an educated guess. I'm gonna say it's the Tulane Skippers. Golly.
It is the Tulane Green Wave. Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
That's it, yeah. Okay, the next one. Okay, let's take this one full. What is that?
Okay, thank you guys for putting it up there a little bit. Santa Cruz and a Mascargo slug.
Yes! That is the Santa Cruz banana slug.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do another one. What's this?
Oh.
I don't know that one.
Killer City's Kangaroos.
I wonder what Killer City is.
That is not the Killer Kangaroos. That's just the Kansas City Kangaroos. Yes. Okay. Leo didn't even wait. I love it. Leo's right. Okay, that one.
So I'm gonna go off by saying it's a camel, and Cincinnati.
The Cincinnati Camels. No, Campbell University Fighting Camels.
Oh,
there we go.
What?
Yeah,
Camel.
Okay, we have a few more. Let's look at this one.
Oh, you can do this one.
Oh, you can do this one.
I know this one. A warthog. And I'm assuming it's wrong.
It's not a warthog.
A warthog.
Arkansas Razorbacks. Okay, and finally, Leo, last one. That's it? We're done! You survived!
Thank you!
Give it up for Zeke and Isaiah. Be sure to follow them on TikTok. Right there's the address. There's also a link to buy their Texas Cub Cobblers merchandise. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everyone. Oh, God. That was great. Welcome back. We all needed that laugh today. I know, my cheeks hurt from laughing. Anyway, it's Monday, and every Monday we see what you have to say about our show, about us personally. It's time for the Jason Show Mailbag. Here we go. First up. Hi. First up, some messages from our friends. I mentioned this earlier in the Seattle area. Teresa, Connie, and others asked, "Hey, Jason, I was watching the show and heard you say something about coming to Seattle this summer. Is it true?" Look, we are efforting, this season we said we wanted to take the show on the road more. We're going to be doing that. We don't have anything to announce right now, but something could happen because we also want to go see our friend Madeline Smithberg, who lives in the area. So we're working on some things. As soon as we know, you will be the first to know. Rose is up next. She commented on our dive bar segment last week with the great Joy Summers when I accidentally called one bar that I go to the wrong name. OMG, Jason, I'm laughing at you with the Dusty Eagle debacle in Dalbo. That's the bar, the Dusty Eagle. It also has another name we call it around here, the Dirty Bird. So you're not too far off with the Dirty Beaver. That's right. No, it wasn't the Dirty Beaver. I called it the Dusty Beaver.
So much better.
And I don't know what's worse. I'll let you guys decide at home. Let's move on. Cheryl has a... I'm sorry. Do you hate working with me?
Having a hard time.
Cheryl has a question. Is there any public transit that passes by the Jason Show studio? Asking for an out-of-towner coming from Minneapolis. There actually is. Now, it's a little complicated. You can take the Southwest Metro, go to their website for schedule information. I know because there was a year where I didn't have a car and I had to take the bus to come out here. So yes, it's Southwest Metro, but you have to make a couple connections. Eden Prairie, Minnesota isn't the easiest place right now. We're getting light rail, but yeah. I would just take an Uber, probably your easiest bet. One viewer is bugged by something I've been saying. Well,
weird.
A day ends and why. Anyway, Mrs. A says, hey, Jason, love your show because it's a relaxing hour, fun and positive. Only negative is you started saying y'all. This is Minnesota, not Texas. Overused and awful. Yours truly, a big fan. Look, y'all, I don't...
We are the Texas Cub Cobblers.
No, look, it's not Texas. It does come out every so often. All of my dad's family, I don't mind saying, we're all hillbillies. I mean, we're all from Kentucky and Tennessee, and I know. I get this a lot. I will work on it, but it does just slip off. I do have Southern...
I like y'all. I'm not even from the South.
I know. No, Jeff hates it, and obviously Mary hates it too. Get a show, you'll never believe all the things people send you. Julie sent us a message after my idea of selling pull tabs here at the show. She says if you're serious about having pull tabs on your show, you can buy promotional ones. Contact Pull Tabs Plus or their website. Really? We could do that. Just give them out, like give away Mim's car or money or Jeff's money or something. Yeah.
And a bar cart.
Yeah. It'll be fun, y'all. Amber enjoyed producer Ted's latest Bachelor recap, especially when Ted impersonated Bachelor Zach's kissing style. She says, please, you have to replay the Ted mocking Zach kissing over and over again. It was so funny. Please, please, Amanda, your wish is our command. Take a look at this.
I think he throws his lower jaw forward when he goes in for the kiss, so he kind of... I wanna know what love I want you to show me.
Can I this is what I think about. I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit. So I always reference our president, Marion Mim Davy Kessler. She sits in her office up in the Bell Tower, and when you guys go to your parking lot, she waves at the little people. She just waves from on high. But anyway, but Mim has a bank of monitors in her office with the sound off. And I often think, when she sees close-ups of like Ted's mouth, what does she think is happening on our show? Yeah. You can stay connected with our show on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, Jason Show TV, and our personal accounts as well, Kendall Mark, and just search for Jason Matheson. We'll be right back. Back in a moment.
That's so funny.
Nothing, Kendall. I love you. It's time for the world's shortest segment. As if movie popcorn wasn't expensive enough already, many fans paid even more for popcorn this past weekend. AMC Theaters sold an Ant-Man and the Wasp collector popcorn bucket to celebrate the opening of the movie. The CEO of the company says 20,000 buckets were sold in just one day, and they're currently gone. The helmets, listen to this audience, sold for $29.99 and included a large popcorn. AMC, yeah, you better get a baby with it or something. Anyway, AMC plans to release other concession collectibles in the future. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Surprise goodbye. You know how this works. We don't know what's in this segment until I read it right now. Today, what could be the cutest thing you've ever seen? Look. Oh, that's 5-year-old Vivian who can't stop laughing as her family's 12-year-old rescue dog licks her feet. Vivian's mom says she smiles whenever she sees the dog and is a comfort to her when the baby is upset. Oh, the magic of dogs, I'm telling ya, so cute.
So cute.
Oh, I could watch this all day. You're right, this is the cutest thing ever.
So sweet.
Yeah. What? Would you say? Yeah, anyway. Oh, by the way, speaking of little prayers, my baby Dexter's at the vet right now with the U. So everybody do a little prayer. Dexter, I love you. So there we go. Thanks to the U for always taking good care of him. Tomorrow, Shannon hits the streets with a photographer, Eric. Oh my goodness. Plus, Ted watches another episode of The Bachelor. That and more tomorrow. But right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.